Smart locks. Smart locks seem to be taking over the world, man. There are so many options to choose from. How do you pick the right one? Well, today we're talking about a brand called Desloc. They've got a very budget-friendly smart lock. I'm going to tell you all about it. Let's get to it. What up, everybody? George Langabeer here. Today we are talking about a budget-friendly smart lock from the brand Desloc. I'm going to tell you everything you want to know about it. I'm going to unbox it. I'm going to talk about the setup and installation. I'm going to talk price and specs. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Desloc app, and I'm going to give you my full review, pros and cons. I want to thank Desloc for sending me this lock to try out. This is not a sponsored video. They just sent it to me for testing, so I appreciate that. I also appreciate their patience. This video was supposed to happen a long time ago, but then I went off and got in an e-bike accident, and then I moved. Life has been crazy this year, but I appreciate their patience. But as always, I'm going to tell you like it is, and let's get started with the unboxing. All right, let's unbox the Desloc D110 Plus smart lock. First up, we got our user manual and quick start guide. It's got some QR codes on the back for setup and installation videos. You've got a mounting template. You've got the interior part of the lock. The exterior part of the lock with your physical key and your fingerprint reader. You've got your installation accessory box. You've got your actual bolt. You got your strike plate. You've got two key fobs that you can use with the lock. You've got your mounting plate screws. That's the mounting plate that goes on your door that holds on the interior part of the lock. Spare part. You've got your interior lock screws. You've got your physical keys. And you've got your deadbolt strike plate screws. That's it. All right, now that we've unboxed, let's talk about setup and installation. Both are very simple. As far as setup, there are some QR codes on the quick start guide that was included in the box that'll take you to some videos that'll walk you through it step by step. But I would start by getting yourself the Desloc app and signing up for an account. This lock's pretty cool because you can do the setup on the actual display on the lock. There's a little display that'll walk you through it. You can also do it through the app, but it's very easy either way. As far as installation, this is going to replace your entire deadbolt. This is not a retrofit lock, meaning it's going to replace everything. So you're going to replace your old hardware and replace it with everything that's in the box. And again, scan that QR code. There's directions. It walks you through it step by step. You can have it done in 10 to 15 minutes, whether you've done a smart lock before or not. All right, now let's talk price and specs. If you go to the Desloc website, they list the normal price of this lock as $159.99. They currently have it on sale for $112.99. But as of the time of this recording, if you go to Amazon, it's on sale for $89.99. The lock comes in black or silver. It has built-in Wi-Fi for remote management, meaning you can use the lock when you're not home. And because it's got that built-in Wi-Fi, there's no additional gateway or hub needed. You're just installing the lock. When you're not home, or even when you are home, you get real-time notifications. You have customizable user management, so you can go into the app and create different users and give them different permissions. You can also do a fingerprint for each person, a passcode for each person, that kind of thing, but you can customize all your different users. This app has what Desloc calls the lock view display. So it's got a little display on the lock, and it shows you things like battery status and the lock status, whether it's locked or unlocked, etc. You have fast fingerprint recognition with what they call the flash print algorithm. So the fingerprint recognition is very quick. Desloc says that the recognition time is 0.3 seconds, and you can do up to 50 different fingerprints. And as far as that fingerprint recognition, they say that the lock has 99% accuracy. We've got 6-in-1 unlocking methods. We've got the fingerprint recognition. We've got passcodes. We've got two key fobs that came with the lock. You've got a physical key. It comes with two. You've got app control, and you also have voice control. It is compatible with Google Assistant and Lady A from Amazon. It's got an auto lock feature, so it'll lock behind you in case you forget. And it has night mode features with a backlit keypad and also a silent mode. It has what's called passage mode to keep the door unlocked. So let's say you're unloading or loading something and you just want to keep it unlocked for convenience, you can do that. It also has vacation mode to limit access when you're away. The lock is BHMA Grade 3 certified, and it has an IP54 weather rating, which is rated -22 degrees up to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Desloc will say that it has up to 6 months of battery life using 4 AA batteries. I haven't had it that long, so I can't tell you that's true, but the battery life has been very good. You do get low power alerts, and there is emergency charging because the lock does have a USB-C port for that exact reason. You've got anti-peeping passcodes, which adds a couple numbers before your actual passcode and a couple numbers after. So if that way somebody's looking at what you're doing on the keypad, they can't tell what your code is exactly. The lock also has an anti-hijacking alarm, which is pretty sweet. All right, that's price and specs. Let's talk a little bit about the Desloc app. All right, here we go. Here's my home screen. I got the battery level in the top left. I got the status of the lock in the middle. I've got my Wi-Fi icon in the top right to indicate that it's online. I can slide to unlock because it's currently locked right there below it. That's how I control the lock through the app. I can assign access. I could add access here. This is your different users, different fingerprints, different passcodes, that kind of thing. Then you've got your main settings. You've got passage mode, which basically keeps the lock unlocked for different things where you might be doing where you're going in and out all the time and you don't want it to auto lock right away. You've got your vacation mode there. After vacation mode is enabled, only always users and 1Pass users can unlock the door. All door lock unlock events in this mode will be logged as alarm events. You've got your auto lock settings. You can get that up to 120 seconds. So that means 120 seconds after you leave, it'll lock automatically. I find that has flawlessly worked. Anti-peeping passcodes. Enhance entry security by adding random digits before or after your passcode. Total length must not exceed 16 digits. So that way, if somebody's watching you enter your passcode, they won't know exactly what it is. You can assign an anti-hijacking passcode, an anti-hijacking fingerprint, an emergency contact. And if you go to what is this, in the event of hijacking, unlocking with designated passcode or fingerprint will notify all users linked to the device and send an email to your emergency contact. Wi-Fi must be configured for this feature to function. So that's a cool little security feature built in. You've got your general settings like the device name, which Wi-Fi network you're using, volume on or off, device calibration, so if you need to recalibrate the lock. You've got your device model, there's your firmware upgrade, you've got your MAC address and your serial number. Here's your settings for your notifications. And you've got share with and you've got delete device. And then at the very bottom of the home screen, you've got a log of every time the device was used. I like this app, very simple and to the point and very easy to navigate. All right, let's talk my review of the Desloc D110 Plus Wi-Fi Smart Lock. Let's do pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. I think this is a good looking lock with a good build quality, especially for the price. It's great to have that fingerprint recognition, as I do believe that's the most popular way to use a smart lock nowadays. And going back to that build quality at the price point, the price in general is a pro. $89.99 on sale today on Amazon is fantastic, but even at $112.99 on sale or full price of $159.99, that's a great price for a smart lock. Now, I haven't got to test this personally, but it's a good weather rating, rated -22 degrees up to 158 degrees. IP54, that's awesome. Again, I haven't had the lock this long, but I have had great battery performance. But the battery life up to 6 months, if that is true, that's a pro. And awesome that you just have to replace 4 AA batteries if it does die. And I can't say I used it a ton, but it is pretty cool to have the little display on the lock with your battery status and the lock status. It's unique. I think the Desloc app is a pro, just simple and to the point, and I like that. Moving on to the cons, and I will say at this price point and with this build quality, these cons are pretty nitpicky, but little cons nonetheless. This lock was fast, but not as fast as the other locks I've used. And that is a first world problem because trust me, this lock is plenty fast enough. And I'm talking about the fingerprint recognition or just unlocking and locking in general. 0.3 seconds. I don't know if that's accurate. I didn't time it to 0.3 seconds, but I can tell you that some of the other locks that I've tested more recently were faster, but they were also more expensive. And in my opinion, the auto lock feature on this lock is too quick. I like to have a little bit more than 120 seconds. Being an apartment person that sometimes just take my trash out or whatever, or has to run to my vehicle in the parking garage, I liked up to 10 minutes myself. And that is purely a convenience thing, but a lot of locks give you a little more options than 120 seconds, and I wish this lock did. You know, if you follow the channel, recently I did a review on the lock-in smart lock that had palm reading technology where you could unlock and lock with your palm. I did find myself missing that since I've switched from that lock. It's great to have the fingerprint on this and the key fobs and all the different methods of unlocking on this lock. But I do find that the palm reading thing was fast and convenient, and I missed it, so I'm going to call it a con personally. And we do have Google Assistant support and Lady A from Amazon, but sadly no Apple Home support or Home Key. And for me, an Apple lover like myself, I'm going to call that a con. All right, there you go. That's my review of the Desloc D110 Plus smart lock. What do you think? What's your favorite smart lock? Have you tried any other Desloc products? If so, which one? Let me know all the above in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate your support very much. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to be in the new place, Silverhammer Studio. If you haven't already, check out my smart home tour that I just did of this place. It is jam-packed with smart home tech and home security tech. I hope you watch it. I hope you enjoy it. Until the next video, peace and love, my friends.